That was louder than I expected it to be.
Well, lucky me, because I didn't get to hear a thing about that. Oh no, am I giving away the game?
Were you watching when I was making the prepare thing bigger and smaller?
No, sadly, I was hunting down that movie you were telling me about earlier.
Oh,
Gotta watch that tonight.
good, good. You should watch that.
Yeah.
And yeah, the scrolly bars, they look like I could touch them, so I was like, well, maybe I can make it move, and that would be funny. Instead, it was just like, oh, you mean you want to like expand it and do whatever, and this is going to be great for people on the VOD who won't see any of that. So of what I'm describing, so that's awesome.
All gone. Lost like tears in rain. Remember, kids, that's tears in rain, not tears in the rain. Get it right.
So welcome everyone, it is Rhythm Cafe. I, of course, am playing myself, Heather, and with me on the remote voice section is Ian.
It's your boy Ian.
And we are back to Runner3. I know last week you would have been watching what, I don't even remember what we were calling her. Were we calling her Emily?
Sure.
Raincoat Girl?
Yeah, Emily sounds like a good name for her now.
We've probably called her 6 different names. That is Distortions. I believe we're still planning to come back to that and finish that once we
Correct. Yeah.
once we switch back.
We felt like we were close, and then we opened up another area it was full of water, and we're just gonna keep pushing, keep on going.
But in the meantime,
do we have to keep moving forward in another game?
We do. In fact, it's the only thing you can do in this game is move forward. Because it's a runner game. It's how they work. We're continuing Runner 3. I believe this is our 3rd stream of it, so we should be in the 3rd world, which I can't remember what that was, because that was 2 weeks ago for me. And I'm not doing research for my own stream.
Oh Lord, no. This is a good opening screen too. It's nice that the people who are not part of the Runner family are staying sufficiently away during this outdoor cookout.
So we did Spooky Land. We did Food Land.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, there it is. Machine Land.
Yes. Machine Land.
Machine Land.
Oh, fine. It's put me in Runner 4, you cowards.
I mean, it's on the Switch. I know Mii's aren't like that big of a thing anymore, but I would love a Mii-styled Commander video.
That would be kind of rad, actually. Or like at least the Commander video sleeve you could put your Mii into. Maybe your like little Mii eyes are sticking out of the mouth hole area.
Yeah. Exactly. So Machine Land is also full of it's actually not as weird looking as the previous two.
You just got a couple of gangsters here. One with his little pork pie hat, and the other one with the beanie. You know, it's a beanie because it's got a propeller on top. If it doesn't have the propeller, it's called a toque. There's the education for the day.
Weird that they want us to wreck the halls.
With bows of whatever we got.
Oh, with our feet. Which,
okay.
Now that I think about it, I have to remember how the game plays.
Right,
there's a jump button, there's a kick button, slidey slides.
Jump kick. Jump slide.
Oh, yes, that's right. I can kick while jumping and other things. Gotta remember.
Slide click. The debate.
Oh, do I also have to debate?
Never get sick of seeing those stop signs come toward me. it's one of those images that it'll haunt your dreams. Like you will actually see it in your sleep if you play too much of this game, because it's a runner. It's like one of those Tetrises. Things repeatedly happen. You get used to them, and you're paying attention for certain triggers to
Exactly.
perform your actions.
There's also just like that thing if you play this game for long enough, and the screen stops moving, the screen still moves. You know, which is oh, I'm supposed to jump that.
I feel like there's got to be a clinical or psychological name for that effect, because I would guess that it has something to do with your balance system in your body, like when you're in the same way that if you, I mean, not in the same, because that's not a psychological effect. It's the fluid in your ears, but when you spin yourself around, you feel like you're still moving, and that's what it's that dichotomy of feeling like you're moving but seeing that you're standing straight. That's
So you know how there's these online video games where they cash in the move they think you're gonna do to make the leg slower.
yeah.
Maybe your brains are just doing that.
Ooh, I mean,
It's deciding what our choices might be. We've been in a continuous movement. Why would we stop? And then it has to recalculate for that.
I think you're probably not that far off at all. Like, that's nature is nothing if not a sucker for taking shortcuts whenever possible. Going on to land now? Fine. Fins become legs. Done. I mean, sometimes things go a little bit wrong and then fingers become legs. Thank you, horses, but... Oh yeah, have you not seen those images of the horse skeleton pointing out what the bones actually are?
No, I don't typically look at skeleton pictures
Oh,
of anything.
It's fascinating because it's not horrifying. It's only horrifying when you think about the fact that a horse's leg is essentially one of its fingers, the way that our fingers are.
I mean, My Little Pony taught me that, but...
The dexterity of hooves. Also, hold on, let's hold that back a bit. When did My Little Pony teach you that the legs were fingers? Did I not get up to that season?
Maybe?
Ooh.
They've always just kind of used their hooves in ways that don't make sense. Oh no. Why did I fall out of the bowling ball like that?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, not that anything about this isn't weird, but... You actually get to see the bowling alley lines on the floor, too, there. It's a nice touch. Strike!
Oh, right, I forgot about
Yay,
cheesecake.
Cheesecake!
Cheesecake. Good cake. We Marble Madness now? Yeah, that's the thing they don't really show you before any of those Marble Madness streams, is the tiny people who are getting in to help the marble run.
Mm-hmm.
Very important.
It's kind of a huge loss to the sporting community because of how many people are bad at that game. We really need to bring a lot of those marble heroes back from the pits. No, I'm just trying to price out now how much it would cost me to replace my escape key with cheesescape.
It can't be that much. I've seen very complicated keycaps that people have made.
Oh,
Just,
you're right, actually.
You know, you could probably get one that's actually shaped like cheese.
I was thinking about just printing the word cheesescape on it, and like, no, you're right. It's one of those keys that's not in my home typing room. I just hit it when I need to hit it.
Yeah.
That's the perfect place to put a molded key.
Yeah,
Yes, cheesescape everywhere.
exactly.
Subpar contraption.
Now we're on to the subpar contraptions. I hope this is going to be a golfing pun.
Ooh, that would be cool. I don't recall there being golf in this game, but there should be.
How much jolf?
I mean, my understanding is everybody golfs now.
When something gets titled that, that's the truth. You can't ignore it. Yeah, it's the same reason that I love Sarah Marshall. I have no idea who she is, what she's done, or anything, but I'm pretty sure that there's a title, something called "Everyone Loves Sarah Marshall."
Oh,
Hey.
I kind of really do feel like we're in a marble run with that.
Actually, sorry. Twisted Seed points out a very interesting point that kind of explains everything that's just happened to me for the past 5 minutes here. The title is actually Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which explains why I couldn't remember anything about it.
Ian.
Yep.
That's very excellent.
It's the same way that I know the bounds of our universe are the exterior walls of Llewyn Davis. Because we are all truly inside Llewyn Davis. Big smoky boys. Oh man, so many paths to take.
Yeah. Oh, good. I always feel better when the cheese comes out. Okay, well, I want to go this way then.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. A gettable.
I mean, so the collectibles in this game, specifically those ones, are the little puppet sticks that you need for the puppet theater.
Oh, perfect.
And that's how you get,
that
like-
seems like...
Yeah, that's how you get all your story.
Oh, finish line.
It's one of those things where it's like, there's lots of things you can collect if you really want, but there's only really one important collectible.
Right.
That one.
Again, just like real life, all you really want are stick puppets.
Yes? If I could replace myself in front of the camera with a stick puppet and play video games at the same time, you know I would.
Yeah,
But you need
that's
2 people to
unfortunate.
do that, and that's hard.
How could we ever do that?
Hey Ian, you wanna make some stick puppets one day?
Absolutely. I won't say that I'm not kind of half planning it right now.
What kind of style do you want to go for? There's a lot of style of stick puppets.
So I really got to go back to the at least my classic, which was the Patlabor 2 style, where everything's got that chunky white outline around it, and everything's drawn with big chunky lines. Yeah. But they're also at least double-sided, if not possibly triple, so that you can.
No, you have to have, because otherwise you can't emote.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
But the other style too that I'd love to do is I'd have to actually sort through my archives because I think nope, my mother still has it. Good. Our family had a few Malaysian shadow puppets, which are essentially stick puppets, but they're articulated.
Yeah.
And they're amazing. I would love to do that on a Loading Ready Live. Is just do an improv shadow puppet play.
That would definitely
You know,
be
writing it down.
Something easier once we're back in the office and we can play with lighting and a bunch of things.
Exactly. All right, let's write that down there. Where are we going next here? We're going to the.
The Earth is lurching. Earth lurched.
Well, we're going right off the edge.
Earth lurch.
You know, I mean, we've seen what the Runner3 planet looks like. It's round. It's not on the back of a turtle or elephants or anything. So,
right.
We can't blame this on any large animals, at least outside of the planet. Maybe on the planet, though.
This is not Llewyn Davis's fault. Ooh. The generator's just running at nowhere.
Ah!
Oof.
Why do we even have those?
Yeah, I get the feeling we don't get a lot of choices about why we have things here, Heather.
Yeah, it's fair.
Like most things, our job is either to avoid or endure.
I didn't realize this game was a real-life simulator.
I mean, there's just sliced cheese, gold bricks, industrial things, and a lot of caution tape. This does seem like a place I wouldn't mind living.
I keep forgetting I actually have to jump there.
No, I just do love that that red and black's diagonal stripe aesthetic way too much. When I was living in Japan, God, that's over 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
I bought from the dollar store a roll of caution tape that looked like that, and I have not used. I've been saving it for some sort of special occasion up to this point. Gotta put it on something good. Gotta make this worthwhile.
Sorry, just the idea of caution tape being saved for a special occasion is like certainly not what I would have expected.
Not the usual use at all. Yeah, Constable Crab saying you only put the good caution tape up for company. There we go. That's what I need to do. Is I need to just to cover my sofa in it, and then put down a plastic cover over top of it to save the caution tape. You know, on my sofa that I keep next to my big crystal bowl full of hard candies that are all stuck together.
I don't want to sound mean, so I'm not gonna say what I really thought. But
Okay.
Crystal bowl full of candies just stuck together, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, like an old lady.
Oh, I really need to stop double jumping like that. There we go. Much better.
Ultra. Ooh, like in the talk box in this track too.
Yeah. My hope is it's one of the cigar statue things we saw outside, and he's having fun.
Yeah. It's like some sort of internal combustion scat man.
Oh, hello.
Oh! Hero Quest! This doesn't look like Hero Quest.
It looks like Radbot.
Yeah, he's not a wizard, he can use anything.
Oh, hey there. It's nice to see you and all, but I can't say I'm in a great mood. Apparently someone stole my idea to create dog food for cats, and then this whole imprisonment thing. If I ever catch the freaky fish you put me in here, let's just say you've never heard such a stern talking to before. I may even wag my finger and shake my head, or is that too much? Anyway, could you do me a favor? I'm sure freeing me is totally on your to-do list, but could you also help out my pal, Sadbot? That fish disassembled it and scattered the parts throughout Machine Land. If you could find the 3 Sadbot fragments and put it back together again, well, that'd just be real super good of you. Heroic even. Sure, I can use words like that. You can find that first fragment over in Subpar Contraption. Let me know if you need help with other 2 parts, because I got nothing else to do. I can wash my hands and I can lay down on the bed. I can make a little fort under the bed. But really, I got nothing else to do. So if you can't find the girdle springs, it needs those. Thanks for the help. I hope you managed to destroy the Timbletot and free me, but no hard feelings either way. Just try your best, okay?
Well, Gregor Getter 404, you were asking where Pascal was in all this? I think we just found them.
My name's Radbot, and I would like you to help Sadbot. That's just it. Oh, I missed the little stick thing. I didn't see it.
Oh, it says Yod, or Yo, or You.
I think it says you.
Okay.
I could go back for it.
Yeah, we gotta know what it says now.
We got the other 2, and now, like, we haven't really been doing the collecting for the stories, but I felt like we could kind of get there with this one. Maybe it's on the gem run. Maybe that's why we didn't see it.
The gem run.
Gotta collect them power gems. No, wait, power stones. That's what that anime was called. Power stones.
Powerful. Now you got me asking questions about myself here. Was Power Stone 2 ever released on anything other than the Dreamcast? Because boy, that would be a fun cross-industries to have. Oh, okay, it was. But Heather, would you like to take a guess as to what console it was? Because it's one of your favorites.
Oh, the DS?
No,
The Vita?
not the DS.
The 3DS?
Not the Vita.
The Switch?
No.
Oh darn, that would make your life really easy.
PSP, in fact.
Yes, there, got it. I've never played the PSP.
Oh.
That's actually a console I probably would quite enjoy, though. Just because I have played a number of PSP games on the Vita.
Okay. So you've probably gone through your the games you'd wanted to play on that then.
Maybe? I've never actually looked at what all came out on just the PSP. wasn't a system I had, so I only typically look at what I have access to.
Right. Well, thankfully, it's still pretty inexpensive.
And I believe it's actually pretty easy to stream from a PSP, so if you wanted to do Power Stone and you found one, just saying.
I mean, Heather, if we're gonna be streaming Power Stone 2, I think we're gonna be doing it off of the Dreamcast.
Yeah, I figured. I was gonna say, you know, for... I was surprised that you were looking to see if it came off of, on anywhere other than the Dreamcast, because that seemed unlike you.
I was hoping beyond hope that there might be a Steam release, which would mean it'd be something that could happen, you know, immediately.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of those classic Dreamcast games have made their way to Steam. The what's he called? Your Jet Set Radios, your Space Channels 5,
Persona 4 Golden.
and your Sonic's Adventure.
Wow, that is a hard area to get into. Sorry, I know Persona 4 was not a Dreamcast game. I'm not bitter at all about PC getting Persona and not the Switch. You know, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, if you just want if you want a portable console that can play Persona 4, you just have to get yourself a Microsoft Surface tablet. Can't tell if you were thinking hard about that for half a second.
Well, I've been looking at getting a tablet. I mean, I was gonna just get an iPad though, but now I don't know.
Well, there we go. That'll throw a wrench in your plans. So, I say you were suggesting why not get just one of those GPD handheld PC things, and unfortunately, those have the same. You're essentially then just getting a Nintendo Switch without the Nintendo aspect to
I
it.
don't know why I came here. Nope. Sorry. Goodbye.
Amazing.
There. We even got better gold. We've got perfect gems. Got our stick puppet.
That's the important thing.
It's like when I was playing Yoshi's Woolly World. I just had to rescue all the Yoshis. Every other collectible did not matter.
Only Yoshi's.
Oh, look, cart issues.
Ooh.
You think this one will be on rails?
Or we'll have to blow on it.
Heart issues.
Pretty sure blowing on a cart was a bad thing for it. But hard not to do anyway.
It was definitely one of those voodoo things that you had to do as a kid, like resetting the PRAM on a Mac or reinstalling Windows.
The NES we had, I know you definitely had to like not push it down all the way sometimes on certain carts.
I remember that. Not your NES, but
Floors unsafe for airplanes.
no touch. It's kind of unfortunate because you've got your landing gear down and everything.
Yeah. It should be fine.
At first, I thought the game was making a reference to VVVVVVVVV, but then I saw the up pointing arrows. I'm like, oh. I do love that reflection. Just bonk, bonk.
Yep, there's the cart.
Should have known.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have to double jump in the cart too. I mean, there's a lot of design I actually really appreciate in a game like this, where even though you don't have to go after all the collectibles, sometimes the collectibles show you where the really safe path is.
Just hinting you in the right direction.
Oh. Cheesecake, 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 cheesecake.
Escape.
Oh, I gotta go back. Gotta go get that telephone. There we go. Got the important thing.
I'm just so glad that you don't have to go to finish the level after grabbing it.
Yeah, yeah, that's really nice.
I mean, you do have to finish the level to get out of the level, but you don't have to grab it every time you...
No, you just
You
gotta
don't
do
have
it
to
the one
stay
time
alive.
and then be like, okay, cool, did that. Go back to the... Go to what other path you like.
Yep. I would have absolutely skipped that last brick, too.
Got a telephone. Very important. Now we can be contacted.
Because that's what we definitely want. Is people having the ability to interrupt whatever we're doing and talk at us whenever they want.
I mean, this is why I just keep my phone on, sleep mode or whatever it is.
Never ring.
So... Girdle Springs Eternal.
I mean, you do want a girdle to have some to have some good spring to it. That's kind of what they're there for.
I guess girdles are very well engineered. Is that why they're in Machine Land?
I mean, let's put it this way. I would rather have a springy girdle than I would just a rigid girdle. Just a big a pipe hinged at the side that just goes around. Or that cylindrical physique that's all the rage on the beaches today.
Yeah, alright.
Springs eternal.
Remember, girdle, not griddle.
Now, griddle would be in Foodland.
Mm-hmm.
That would make more sense. It'd be a terrorizing thing in Foodland, depending on how the food thinks of it. I briefly had to remember there how to change tracks. And I was like, is it... Oh, it's not that button. Oh, that button. Good, I found it in time.
The risk of only playing a game once every 2 weeks. Or twice every 2 weeks, I guess, with a week in between.
I mean, I've definitely had games due to streaming where I play them like, maybe only twice a week. And I've been like, the first 10 minutes is me going, okay, what do all the buttons do again? Did I learn anything new last week that I need to remember?
Let me tell you, in the Yakuza games, including Judgment, the best parts are the previously on segments. If I were a game developer with doing a game that had any amount of plot to it, I would absolutely have the option to run a previously on system that was dynamically generated from the cutscenes you watched leading up to that point.
Like, I know the Professor Layton games always did it, which was nice. The last time this happened is like, oh, thank you for reminding me.
I'm also remembering that one of my other favorite games, Driver San Francisco, also did that, which was very handy for people who don't play every day or several times a day.
Like, there's definitely games I've played where they don't have like a last time what you did thing, but because of the way they keep track of side quests and missions and stuff, you have a pretty decent way of figuring out where you were.
And that can be especially important in open world games where the current goal is less less focused, shall we say.
Especially the way I play open world games. You want me to do what now? Nah, I'm busy. Got anything else to do? I'll find like 100 crickets or something. Who knows?
I must rescue the Yoshis.
It was very important that I rescued those Yoshis. Because they were made of yarn, they had been disassembled into yarn balls. That's no way for them to live.
I just need to get advice from my chicken, who is also a real estate mogul. Oh, Nugget.
I could have just slid under that.
Once again, rhythm games with options. Give it to me.
I'm like, ah, man, one day we're absolutely gonna run out of rhythm games. But then, you know, video games keep getting made, and something weird happens, and it's just like, eventually one day we're gonna get Rhythm Doctor, which is gonna be amazing, just because I said so. And then, you know, they're like, you wanted Kingdom Hearts on the Switch? We got you. Not what you wanted, not what everybody else wanted, but we got what Heather wanted, even though she didn't ask for it.
As long as one of us remembers about rhythm games, then the spirit can remain alive and the development can continue. Yeah, Real Gamer Care, we talked about it, but we try to shy away from doing demos on the show because, you know, we want to play the full game, is what it comes down to.
Well, a lot of rhythm games are already fairly short as it is, as well, and demos are even shorter, for one. But we've played a couple of games on Rhythm Cafe in the past that have been like in alpha or early stages, and then we'd forget that they exist when they're actually fully released. Or have you ever played that early access game that, not like a specific early access game, but like an early access game where you're like, oh, this was really well polished, and then when by the time it actually comes out, it's like there's no interest for it anymore because you've played it.
Yeah.
Like, I just kind of don't want that with a rhythm game. I don't want to play a demo and be hyped and then have to wait like another several months, remember it exists, go to play it and be like, oh, I feel less hyped for it somehow.
Yes, we've already done, well, we've done every part of that stage except for the last part, thank goodness. When we did Tango de la Muerte.
Yeah, completely forgot that existed.
Mm-hmm. And thank goodness it was such a good game that we were up to doing the rest of it.
And when we ended up playing it the first time, I think we only had about an hour's worth of gameplay. So
we were surprised.
So yeah, generally we just prefer to wait until a game is fully made. But I'm very excited. I've been staying away from the demo for Rhythm Doctor because I don't want to. I just want to get in.
Exactly.
And be delighted.
Yeah. I want to play the whole thing.
You at the shop? Because we've been watching Rhythm Doctor for, I want to say at least 2 years now.
Oh yeah, it's been on the list for a very long time. Hopefully this Steam demo thing is really getting a lot more people hyped up for it. Because if we can keep interest alive, then that keeps the developer interested as well.
This outfit is called Allison.
Huh!
It says Commander Girl Video has 10 weeks to make it to Mars and she's a vegetarian. Things look grim.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know.
Well,
Suit.
yeah, sure.
You know what? I'm gonna take it anyway.
Let's keep it on our body.
Nothing can be better than cheese cape. Yep, nope, I'm good with this.
Nope. That never changed from Cheesecake.
Yeah, you can find the Beats and Shapes playthrough we did on Crossing the Streams over on youtube.com/loadingreadylive. I almost tried to give out a Twitch address for that. It is literally, I think, our most watched VOD outside of any of the Magic content on that channel, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, it's not often I get to be on a video with that many that many eyeballs. Next time I'll try not to suck it so hard.
I make no promises.
I promise that I'll try.
I do need to download the game for myself and play it again because I know there's been, I think, extra content since we did that stream, and
Okay.
that at the very least I kind of would like to check out at some point. But it's super cute. Like even if I'm not really big into like bullet hells and stuff, but character design in that game is way too cute. Alright, where are we?
I was hoping to find out whether or not they had a soundtrack on vinyl, and I can't.
Oh, that seems...
I don't think so.
I haven't seen anything about it. Not that I recall.
I'll have to do more looking, I think.
Maniacal
I
mechanical.
unfortunately did not jump into Nier Automata. This is my problem. I wait too long to play video games, and then by the time I do get around to them, all of the auxiliary merchandise is super overpriced because everyone's already had it inside of print.
Oh, yeah, I've had that problem.
Yeah,
Number
trying
of
to hunt
times.
down the Nier Automata soundtrack on vinyl is going to be a very hard time for me.
Ah! Good thing I have my spacesuit on.
I don't know what that suit is a reference to. The Allison.
Yeah, I have no clue. If anyone in the chat knows, I would... So that's the thing, I actually can't tell half the time if things are meant to be references or they're just meant to be silly.
Mm-hmm.
In
Like
this
just the
game.
name though feels like it should be something.
Especially with the getting to Mars thing.
I don't think it's... Well, hold on. Let me just double check this. Now, I'm pretty sure that it's not a reference to the Gundam Alice AI system for the Sentinel Gundam based on the...
Wow, that would be a real deep cut.
It sure would, because that was a photo novel. No one's heard about it. Need to read that more. Oh, okay, that's good to know that the it's still in print, the Nier Automata. Thank you for that. Greystone?
Someone is suggesting maybe it is a Total Recall reference?
That would make possible.
I mean, Mars does have it in there.
Yep, yeah, and that's... He does have to get to Mars.
That was not the path I should have gone down.
Oh, okay, random trivia says, brief Google suggests it's Alison McIntyre, a senior astronaut trainer at NASA, who suggested that the first person to set foot on Mars should be a woman.
Cool.
Down with that, yeah. I mean, Kettle Man, I honestly don't feel like it's out of place for this particular game, because this game does like to make very smart references in very oblique ways. it's not a game that that makes it easy on the player to discover the references, which I like.
Yeah.
It respects the intelligence of people.
Ah, shoot. No, I checkpointed. Eh. Restart. I missed the little popsicle stick right before the checkpoint.
No.
And then the checkpoint happened. I mean, the truth is, rhythm games are not what I would call a popular genre of games to begin with.
No, they are most definitely not.
So, I don't feel like they're gonna typically go out of their way to try and be well known in their references either.
Mm.
There we go.
Nice. Whoa! Big old plasma balls in the sky.
There's a lot going on.
Right into the plane. So when you're controlling that plane, are you actually just pushing the up and down controls to move around, or is it... Okay.
No, I don't get any forward momentum.
Oh yeah. I just wondered if it was sort of like a Flappy Birds or God, there was...
Yeah, no.
Cave. SF Cave. That was the name of the first version of that. God, that was a fun game for Nokia phones. Get it. So, a little disappointed that we don't actually have some sort of a cheese contrail from that plane.
That would have been very cool. Actually, you know what? I think this helmet is very appropriate.
Yeah, I like that helmet now that I get to see it up close.
It is probably the one thing I kind of wish they had in this game is with the costume shop section, if I could like zoom in and move the character around a bit so I could actually see more of the costume. You just kind of stand there and it's like, okay, I think that looks what I want.
Yeah, it's so far away. Do. Loading screen.
So there's an elevator coming up next.
Ooh.
But I think we probably need to take a break.
Agreed. Before we get into the smell-evator, let's cycle our fluids and stretch out a bit because
Do you
going
wanna,
into the
you want to leave subs to the end of the stream? Or
how many have we got right now here?
we have a
Not
couple
too
in
many.
there.
Yeah, let's knock him out.
Alright, starting with Constable Crab for that 9-month resub. Welcome back.
Thank you to Better Brain and the Brain Raiders for the coming in and watching the show.
And Baron Radium for that 38-month resub. Welcome back.
Thank you so much, everyone, for your continued support.
So we're gonna take a brief commercial break, by which I mean I will actually be running some commercials. But do what we do, which is get up, walk around, and whatever other things we do during commercial breaks. That's what commercials are for.
This time, do what Daddy Ian does.
I'm just gonna hit the commercial button now. We'll be right back. And hopefully everything sounds correct. Does it sound correct to you, Ian?
I can in fact hear everything I need to hear, which is you and this game.
Excellent. I am always very much sure something is gonna screw up within the 2 minutes I do anything.
It's happened to us too many times not to expect it.
Right? Alright, so last we were in the middle of Machine Land. We're still in the middle of Machine Land. But now we all have to enter this elevator. Again, very good job of us to get this helmet.
That'll keep the smells out, but allow them to still travel with us.
Yep. Good.
Elevator, smelevator.
Ooh. That could just be a pejorative against the elevator. He may be a stairman.
Oh.
He may try to be the stairmaster.
You're saying the elevator might not be full of weird smells?
Yeah, he just could have a thing against elevators. I mean, that said, it is pretty hazy in there, which, when you watch a lot of cartoons, like I do, does indicate heavy smell.
Do you watch a lot of cartoons like Ian does? Well, then you would know about the haze.
It's the modern incarnation of the stink line.
I'm afraid the elevator might mean the wind fans. In which case, I would also be against elevators.
I think we should probably switch over to some paternosters.
I mean, it's healthier to take the stairs anyway, right?
Exactly. All 23 floors. Ow!
Yeah, that was a lot. It's like, really booshed in. Okay, well we got one of the things we needed to get.
Good. Didn't get hit by the big swing, that's good.
Oh no.
Nope. Now we just found the heavy boy.
So the problem with those is you need to let them hit the ground, and I preemptively tried to jump. In that case, I didn't jump far enough.
Yeah, this is the widest elevator I've ever been in, if this is in fact an elevator.
Oh, if the whole thing's the elevator. Well, lots of space then. I wonder how much weight it's rated for.
Ooh.
I gotta go back
Yeah,
in.
yeah, everyone's made of metal, so it's gotta be a lot.
That's true. I mean, to be honest, when I've been in elevators and there's that little plaque that's like, this elevator is rated for roughly 20 people, and I'm like,
Elevator, elevator.
how big are these 20 people?
Yeah.
That,
Have you seen people lately?
like, I don't think I'm that large, but I don't feel like 20 of me could fit in this elevator.
Mm-hmm. No, I try to I try to be more drawn out height wise, and even then, the elevator that could fit 20 of me is a larger elevator than I've ever been in.
I mean, it's definitely a larger elevator than I want to be in. Or
Yes.
wait, smaller elevator. Wait, I don't know what I'm saying now. Doesn't matter, I got a puppet.
Doesn't matter, I got a puppet.
Yep. Whoops. I just started reading the chat then and not even looking at the screen. It's like, I've got like a minute, right? No? Oh,
Emily asks, are these elevator people the same size people as they get to taste airplane chairs and pasta servings?
They might be.
Yeah, I believe they're known colloquially as the borrowers.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Erudite, you are correct. One of the hardest elevators in the world is the stretching room at the Haunted Mansion. And that's one of the cooler things about that ride. I mean, everything about the Haunted Mansion is cool.
I mean, I imagine it's a mansion and therefore it has some pretty good air conditioning.
Oh boy, does it. Which is vital.
There we go.
Got it.
Fish robot legs.
That's no.
It's important.
I thought it was a bird with robot legs for a second, and now it's a fish.
I mean, I do prefer the version you thought. Robot bird is a good bird. But how about some piston soup? Oh.
Piston soup. Yeah, no, I'll take it. Those pistons, though, I don't like how they don't work.
Quickly double check that we have indeed gotten all of the... Yeah, got those. Got the telephone. That's not... Yeah, got ourselves. Oh, we missed a robot in this one. Wait to get this vacuum cleaner.
Absolutely.
Sorry, we gotta go back for robot.
Or subtraction.
Snag that Hoover.
So I think we need them. Oh wait, no, this is the sub. This is for costume. We still need this. It's very important.
Oh, right. Every collectible is vital, especially the ones that allow us to see stories and clothe our body.
sad parts. That's what we were. Ouch.
Them gems.
They make the best noise.
Yeah.
I forgot which way to go on the barrels. And I was just like, well, up. Up is always good. It's not. At all. Not even in this part at all. Like that part, nope. Gotta
Yeah,
stay
the
low.
barrels absolutely want you to go in the direction that you can never go.
No! Boxes! I missed a radio, but I'm not going back for it.
Nope. Radio's a dead medium anyway. It's incredibly difficult to draw what a podcast looks like in a video game.
I mean, it's just two white guys talking, right?
I mean, yeah, that is the dictionary definition. I forget where I read it. I think it was in a tweet, but it was someone saying that podcasts are the only way that two white men can actually have a meaningful and real conversation with each other.
Harsh.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
I'm trying to remember where Sad Rad Robot was.
Ooh, right. Was he in the Electro Zone?
Is he in this one?
It feels right, but I could be
I
wrong.
think it might be. Yeah, I think it's probably this one. It's either this one or the level before it.
Hurt issues, says Zealous Crow.
Yeah, okay.
Because they have the word crow in their name, I choose to believe them.
It's in the stage with the cage in the background. Oh, that makes sense. Right.
Oof.
Never go down. I'll only go up. Unless that's the wrong way to go, then don't do that. I have the best video game strategies. I always say things like, okay, just do that again, but right. And don't die. Best strategy. Usually works out.
It's especially one of those strategies that you can use in everyday life too, so you don't have to forget to stop. You don't have to forget to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like Helen says, don't get hit. Also, a very good strategy.
That's one that I live day to day as well. Especially when I'm out driving. Or walking anywhere near the car.
Right, jumping into the robot. Not recommended. Oh shit! No, let me go back. There was a VHS tape right there.
How did I miss that?
There's a lot going on.
It's true, I am always scanning the backgrounds for the weird shit going on.
Ah, I missed it again.
No!
Okay. No, this time. This time for sure. There we go. I didn't see the cage. He's in level 3-3.
Okay.
But
Earth.
still
alert.
worth it. We got a VHS tape.
Yeah.
No
yeah,
regrets.
That was not a bad idea.
Congratulations. Earthlers.
What are you gonna do with a VHS tape in 2020? Oh, I imagine there's a bunch of crafts we could make.
Ooh, tight tails.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Tight tails with the actual the actual tape portion. I remember one of my favorite things when flying my old stunt kites was attaching these big ass long tails to them. They'd be about an inch wide and about 50 feet long, and they just, you could do this amazing sort of designs with them, like you would rhythmic gymnastics ribbon. That's what it's most like. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Except with a kite that just spins around and does the spinning. Or do big old figure eights and just have the tail make that figure eight pattern. Worried that one smokestack is gonna fall asleep.
Would that be a bad thing?
Well, I mean, he does have a cigar in his mouth, which could burn the whole place down if he falls asleep with it like that.
That's fair. Yeah. So I'm not sure there's anything that's flammable here.
Now, that doesn't sound like the Heather I know. I was going to point out that everything's flammable if you try hard enough, but then I remembered who I was talking to. Hey!
Hey, it's Radbot. Well, look at that. You did it. This is the first bit of good news I've heard in quite a while. I hope Sadbot thanked you for fixing it. It's never been one to express gratitude, though, what with its inability to talk. Through the language of dance, however, it did tell me it wanted to help you destroy the Timbletot.
Hey!
I hope Sadbot proves to be a useful member of your team. It's unlikely, but stranger things have happened, I suppose. Anyway, please come free me after the Timbletot is destroyed. You know, if you can fit it into your schedule.
Congratulations, you've unlocked Sadbot.
Oh?
It's not bad looking.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with Sadbot.
Oh,
I would
awesome.
prefer Radbot. But...
Lots of articulation. Flower. Flower on his head.
Oh, good, he's beer can. He's a beer can. Short.
I can't read the first word under it, but I think it says malt fluid.
That, yeah, that would be a smooth malt fluid.
Not sure.
Yeah.
It's really hard to read.
Well, like many things of alcohol, hard to tell, have to ask.
I like that someone has suggested Chibi Robo, and if they would put Chibi Robo in this game, you would never see any other characters from me again.
I would approve of the Chibi Robot choice. Actually, did you know that the current keyboard firmware I'm trying to flash onto my custom keyboards is known as Chibi OS?
I was not aware of that, no, but it sounds great.
Well, so technically I guess I could consider my keyboard to be a Chibi robot.
Aw. Alright.
Continuing on.
Right, piston suit, that's where we were. We need one more stick puppet from the looks of things.
I want to see the story.
Yeah. Video game, tell me a story.
Once upon a time, there was a button. Or perhaps it was a button. Push A to jump. The end.
That was not what I thought that button did. I should not have done that. It's a terrible button to have. Why is it in that spot? It's so loud.
Wow, I didn't get to hear that. I'm immune.
Oh look, it's a portal.
Partially okay.
push a button, so I was trying to make like I was trying to hit one of the emotes,
Okay.
and I hit
The sound emote.
the one that apparently makes the horn actually just go off. I thought it would just be the emote for it, not the, you know. So. I mean, as far as I know, We Are Santa's Elves has been taken out. That does kind of flag some copyright on our videos.
That's a good call for that then.
But if it didn't, I would have tried pushing for that. It'd be a little weird with a rhythm game going on, but you know what, chat, you're worth it. What are the odds that all the buttons do exactly the same? I mean, Paul did make those buttons happen. Pretty good, I'd say.
It's responsible or to blame, depending on your feelings towards those buttons.
I do like the color-coded portals. That's cool.
Does complicate things a bit, but
Alright, we've got Puppet. I believe that means story?
is it time for a show?
Oh, not quite. We need one more puppet. But it is definitely the last one. In the heavy metals.
Well,
Heavy metal.
It looks like a top hat. We definitely need the puppet of the top hat.
I mean, this is kind of the steampunk home country.
Oh, there's a lot of, Oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to pick a direction? We've been on a plane, now we're on a car. Oh, no, I see.
Now we're in the lava. So, how's the handling?
Kinda jumpy.
Oof.
It's gonna take
You got
maybe...
this, though. You got this. Besides, you need to get some practice in before the hormones in September.
Does Lermons have, walls that just jump down on you?
Not in the years I've done it so far, but things might change. It's a weird year.
No! Was that a checkpoint? Ah, darn it. I missed the hat.
Oh,
I saw the
that's
hat,
what that was.
and I missed
I
it.
thought it was a thought it was a push pin.
Maybe it's just a push pin.
Oh.
I mean, I think it's a hat, but I'm now invested in the idea of a character being a push pin. I do like stationery.
Well, I mean, this is the car level, so you may have a problem. They're generally known for motion rather than being stationary.
I thought you were gonna suggest that you don't want a push pin near tires.
Also applicable.
It's okay. I'll get real good at this section.
Yeah, I'm sure it will come up again. Actually, I'm certain it will come up again because they sort of do these things where they bring back everything at the end of the game.
Yeah. Typical video games. Oops. I actually just forgot that there was more game. It's like, I did the thing I wanted to do. There's
Yeah,
nothing
you just
left to
like,
do.
ah, good, I'm done. Time to relax. Whoops. What's that ship in the... I think that ship in the background there is something you're going to have to fight at the end. I have a feeling.
Well, what if I just want to ship it? Maybe we find it a nice little boat.
I think... Ooh. So, yeah, if shipping ships... Would that be called fleeting?
I mean,
I guess only if you did it for one.
Some relationships are fairly fleeting, so. But you never know. They might be able to find a good place to weigh anchor and stay a while.
They say any port in a storm.
I don't think they say that about relationships.
I think just because we are a little bit more discerning.
Well, someone has asked us not to have any more shipping puns. Do you have any more shipping puns?
Let me see if I can. I can.
This is the best way to make me stop doing a thing. Is definitely to tell me to stop doing a thing.
Sorry, Heather. I should say. Let me see if I can deliver.
Oh, thank you. Because I think you'll find that the ship has sailed on us stopping anytime soon. Yeah, we're in for the long haul.
You know, if you're wondering why I'm not saying very much, it's because I'm sinking.
Oh no.
I'm sinking very hard.
Is it just one jump I need to do this? Yeah, it was. I'm gonna find my way out of Where are we again? I forgot the level name.
Yeah, nope. I just completely dumped it the minute I heard it the first time, so... That's a nice sun.
Honestly, this haze kind of just reminds me of, you remember last summer, the forest fires?
Oh, right, when fire season happened about this time of year.
We'll probably get that again, I imagine.
That's why they call it a season. Let's hope not, though.
I really hope not. But at least by then we'll be really good at wearing masks.
Yeah, I'm actually disappointed in the lack of ninjas out there these days, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
Y'all got lazy just buying your own masks, is what I'm saying.
Ha! Made it! Now we can ship out.
It's all anchor.
Look, sometimes you just gotta dock up those puns. Get them all on deck.
Oop.
Congratulations.
Ha!
Ooh, featuring our friends, the Bradbot and Legmo-fish. Yes, Legmo-fish.
You ready for a story? Because we're gonna watch a story.
Absolutely, I'm ready for a story.
Here we go. As soon as we get through the loading screen.
Mm-hmm.
Having retired from his days of adventure with the commanders, Radbot felt the time had come to return to his home of Machineland. Eager to make a difference, he threw his hat in the ring for ruler of Machineland, a role which would make him the official measuring instrument of the world. Despite his lack of political experience, he managed to beat out his opponent, Vince Vacuum, who most agreed sucked in the debates.
Radbot was the ruler of Machineland, it is true. There was nobody cooler except possibly you.
This is my true calling, he thought to himself while measuring a phone. Radbot was happier than he'd ever been, which is why it pains me to say what happens next. It was so awful, so unspeakable, that I have no choice but to whisper it. While Radbot's back was turned, a fishy foe usurped control of Machineland.
You may recall Reverse Merman for Runner3, oh yes. Not everybody was a fan for reasons obvious.
What a shocking turn of events. Machineland,
My jaw is on the
engine of
floor
universe,
right now.
had been commandeered by a strange mechanical being who went by the name of Reverse Mermac. The commanders
What?
had no time to mourn the fact that their old pal Reverse Merman had been brainwashed by the Timbletot. They needed to take him down, and they needed to do it
Timbletot.
on the double.
They had to humble their old friend, it made them oh so sad. His reign of terror had to end, this fish must have gone bad.
Reverse Mermac had been destroyed. Machineland was saved. The commanders were in hot pursuit of the Timbletot now, eager to put a stop once and for all to his nefarious escapades. Would they be able to pull off such a formidable feat? How should I know? I'm a puppeteer, not a psychic. Until next time!
Machineland saved and so's the day, but before we say goodbye, we'd like to thank Charles Martinet
Uh,
Oh boy.
so yeah, puppets. Stick
Game
puppets. So good.
Good. Okay, well, let's
Gotta
fuck
go.
up these fish legs.
It's neck merman?
Reverse mermec.
Mermec, right. I really like the fact that they're like, this character comes from Runner 2.
Yeah, like
Also,
explicitly putting it up like.
wasn't super popular, maybe.
Might.
This game is great. I know we skipped the other 2 stories, so maybe by next stream I'll get some stuff unlocked so we can watch those too.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be a
'Cause
good way
the
to
story-
open and close it.
Story bits are a lot of fun in this game.
Ugh. Why's it gotta make that noise? Good job. Knock it over.
Uh-oh. I jumped over the thing I really needed to jump on.
Yeah. I mean, random trivia, there's nothing saying that the reverse fish mech won't get into the ship at some point. Yes, Eric, George, some fish do have tongues, and I only know this because there are certain fish that have parasites that replace their tongues with the parasite.
Well, that's
Sleep well!
cool. 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 I'm guessing I have to jump over. Only do a double jump. Maybe I have to kick him in the face.
But you got him that first time.
Well, I mean, the first time's pretty obvious because he puts out a shield with a stop sign on it. So it's like, oh, okay, I kick you.
Do you maybe just have to jump right over?
Maybe? Maybe I'm not jumping close enough. But maybe I do just have to kick him in the face. Like, I don't feel like I have enough room to jump over. Chat's suggesting maybe I have to go underneath. Slide under. Yeah, we'll give that a shot. Why not? Oh yeah, because go under the legs.
There we go.
Jump over whatever grossness that was. Oh, I bet I probably need to ground stomp you. Yeah, there we go.
And now what?
Well, I assume he's gonna puke and whatever's again, or spin around like a top, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Got there.
Nice, Swatka.
Boss bonked. Literally, it is what we did. Bonked it.
Sometimes you are just required to honk a boss.
So that means next time we'll get to go to the final battle.
I wonder if there's any more game after that.
I don't know. Let's go in and see if there's just like if it just starts a level or if it
Yeah, it
takes us to a world
that's a good
map.
question.
Because I'm curious. Ah, all right. It is just the final fight. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, we'll do
That's-
that next time.
Yeah, because what we can do then is we can if we need to kill time, we can go and get all the puppet pieces from the other levels,
Kill
so we can watch the
time?
story.
That's the
Well-
reason we need to do it.
Yeah.
Vital,
By kill time, I mean we have more than enough we can do within a full stream. We don't have to try and push it all together, and then I don't have to think of another game that I have to play next week.
I get it. It's one of those things we don't say out loud, though, to our smart and handsome viewers at home.
Really? I do it all the time. The chat, I don't want to figure out next week's game, so they're gonna leave enough of this game for next week. How do
I only generally worry about that when I know that I'm coming up to a 40-minute cutscene. Thanks, Yakuza Games.
Oh yeah, that's. Wait, Yakuza games have 40-minute cutscenes?
There are times when I've been thinking like, okay, well, should we do this? Should we get back on the main path? And I'll have someone in the chat say, okay, so the next cutscene coming up is 30 minutes long. I'm like, okay, well, nope. Yeah, they can get long, and that is not a complaint.
I mean, I'm all for a good cutscene, but when, yeah, I don't know, just when you're streaming and you're like, oh, okay, we'll just do this cutscene. I mean, honestly, I like leaving cutscenes for the beginning of streams just because it gives you a really better, clear clue of like what you have to do next.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's also good too.
Oh, well.
Should we
Regardless, we'll
do our outro thingy?
absolutely we should. And I'm going to sneeze for a second, so.
Well, I'll end
Okay, and we're
this thing.
back.
Thank you for hanging out today with us for Rhythm Cafe. I believe coming up next will be right after this. We'll be just doing a bonus stream, some sort of anime roundup-y thing, and then on Monday they're doing the pre-release. I believe starts at 11 a.m. Pacific time on this channel.
Seems like
That's what I believe I read at one point, and therefore it must be true. You still there, Ian? Ian?
hi.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you just sounded like you cut out, and then you didn't respond, and I was afraid you were gone.
No, I totally did respond. I'm just muting myself off the board, and I guess when you push 2, the 1 doesn't come back on. So new things that I've learned today. As I was saying, nope, I forgot what I was saying. Doesn't matter. Wait, that's right. There is a yes. If you're unsure what the time of the pre-release is, there's a place you can go to find out exactly what that time is, and that is loadingreadyrun.com/live. It's the schedule.
Yeah.
It's on your computer, and there's a link there that you can put it on your computer too.
It's a good place to be. If you're wanting to watch a bunch of previous content, Twitch really only lets you save up to, I think we're partnered, which means a month. I said that sentence really weird. We're partnered, so I think that means we get a month worth of VODs on Twitch. As Loading Ready Run, which if you're watching this on youtube.com/loadingreadylive, you can watch us live at twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun. But also, if you prefer magic content, you should go to youtube.com/LRMTG. And if you want other stuff that is neither of those things, or possibly even streams, there's youtube.com/loadingreadyrun.
All my favorite stuff lives there, and at the other places too.
And for some other websites, I'm gonna say there's patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. There's... Was that all of them?
I mean, like, all the websites? I mean, like, there's Ars Technica, which I like a lot.
No, that's not one of our websites.
In terms of our websites, there is the Discord. That's at discord.gg/whatever the code is that's going to pop up in the chat in just a second.
I think it's discord.gg/LRR.
It certainly is, because it just popped up into the chat like I said it would. Thank you, Sarah.
The chat does not get archived with the VODs, which is why I like to say it out loud. Yeah, if you want to give us money on YouTube, you can do that, but only on the Loading Ready Run YouTube. That's where we have the memberships live there, and if you do that, there's a community post that goes up for Ask Lore questions and stuff. That's really... I think that's everything.
That's all I can think of. Other than, Heather, where can people find you when you're not here? Should you wish to be found?
Should I wish to be found, then you can find me at twitch.tv/lunarjade or over on twitter.com/lunarjade. I don't post there a lot outside of what I've been streaming, mostly just retweeting a bunch of very important things that if you disagree with, you maybe shouldn't follow me. So, but how about you, Ian?
You can find everything I do and everything Corey does over at tilty.house. That's tilty.house. That's got links to our streams, to our podcast, and to our Twitter feeds on the Bad website. And should you want to follow Loading Ready Run on the Bad website, that's twitter.com/loadingreadyrun. All of our last-minute schedule additions and announcements go there.
Right, we should do the last couple of subs that came in while we were streaming.
Yes, we had a few of them, starting with Jesse Improved. You've been improving for 9 months, and now you've got a sub baby. Well, you're stuck with that for the rest of your life, but hey, thank you so much for subscribing and your continued support.
I Am Clockwork has resubbed for 73 months, saying, "Heyo!"
And Sinnomin has been subscribed for 17 months. Hello to the Café. Haven't played Runner for a long while. Doesn't seem much different from Runner 2. Have fun. We sure did. Hope you did too. And thanks for your continued support.
Alright, I believe we have done all of the words that come at the end of the show.
And we did all the words that happened at the beginning and the middle too. So I think we've done now all the words.
Cool. So we're gonna go offline then and run some commercials on the way out, and then, as I said earlier, there should be a bonus stream happening as soon as we clear out. So check that out if you're interested, or I don't know, do your own thing. I'm not your dad. Also, it's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yeah, and for those of you who are not fathers but have them, you might want to call them. It's probably a good plan. If you haven't already. See, time is running out.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.